So as you're watching this video, I'm going to start to give you your packs, but please don't take them from the center of the table. I want your full attention on the video. So you've got yourself some different celebrities, foot pulling funny faces, and a little ball of wire, some masking tape and pliers. Our first job is to try and straighten out our wire a little bit. And I like to use the heat of my fingers to get a bit of a straight line. I find it easier to work with. Don't worry if you don't get it all done, just the beginning bit is fine. Now I'm going to start with the outline shape of the face, and I'm just going to tape that end down to help me get a nice curve. And I can't stress enough here now, and the heat of your fingers during this process is really important. We want to try and get the nice curves on the ears. Now remember, our artist, Calder, that does the wire sculptures, his shapes are very simple. They're quite childlike. We want to mimic that style. You won't get every little bit of detail. Now here I could go across and over the top of the head or the other way round. It really is up to you which direction you take that wire. If it starts to mess you about, just bend it back and show it who's boss. Yeah, you're the boss of the wire. Now I'm trying to trace that shape coming round, and this is quite challenging. And I think what I'm going to do here is bend it back a little bit and then twist that wire just around there. There is a temptation to use a lot of tape with this process. I strongly advise against it because it actually doesn't work, as somebody who's tried it. The less tape you use, the better. Now I'm bringing it into the eyebrow, and I'm going to use the plier just to help me bend it that way, using the flat nose pliers. The pointy ones are cutters and they won't work. Please share nicely as well. I'm coming round the eye shape. I'm not getting much detail in, and I'm going to try and mimic the nose here. Again, I just want a nice, simple outline. We're going to add details in step 2. This is just step 1. Again, I'm deciding which direction to go in, and I want to stress there is no right or wrong with this. What we want is a simplified, continuous line drawing, thinking about our shape and our formal elements of our line. Bringing it down, I'm going to bring this into the mouth, and I'm going to try and get that downtrodden, sort of stressed, sad effect. And I'm going to pinch it together and make that curve underneath, like so. Again, the heat of your fingers is quite important. I wouldn't try and draw his hand. You won't have time for that in this activity, unfortunately. And then I'm going to bring it down from the mouth and into the chin. Now, the wire here is being a bit naughty. So I'm going to take the tape off, and I'm going to show it who's boss. And what I'm going to do, because it's curving towards me, is I'm curving it backwards towards the desk. Okay, and vice versa. Some of my shapes are starting to warp a little bit. That's fine. This is an abstract piece of artwork. Okay, BTEC like you to explore the materials. It's not about having the perfect piece of work. And there you go. I have a very simplified face. And here's a different one I made with a slightly different wire. But I really like the curves, the waves, and the shapes of these. Good luck.